think you've forgiven yourself?
I believe I have. Only because I don't feel guilty. I don't feel responsible for what happened. I am free from it, but associated with it in the right way.
Pastor A.R. Bernard, founder of the Christian Cultural Center in Brooklyn, has devoted his life to ministering and counseling others. 4 years ago, he found himself in need of help when his eldest son, Alfonso, just 39, died suddenly of an asthma attack.
I wasn't even there to see him in those final moments. And I had to work through that. I had to ask, should I have been there? How would I have known that this was going to happen? You know, I don't. So I had to walk through.
You had to forgive yourself?
Yeah, I had to. Because, you know, you begin to question, well, if I wasn't doing what I was doing, I could have been there. And that's not really true.
Pastor Bernard sat down with me inside his chapel to talk about forgiveness.
Do you think more people need to learn to forgive?
Absolutely.
He believes forgiving yourself or someone else starts with a simple declaration.
If I say to you, I forgive you, now I'm committed to that. It's public, it's out there.
Forgiveness dominated headlines during a highly publicized murder case in Dallas, Texas. Former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger was found guilty of murder for mistakenly shooting and killing her neighbor, Botham Jean, as he sat eating ice cream inside his apartment. Instead of condemning Geiger at sentencing, Jean's brother said this before asking to give her a hug.
I'm not gonna say I hope you rot and die just like my brother did. I want the best for you, because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do.
Pastor Bernard says in forgiving Geiger, Jean's brother actually did himself a favor.
Why is forgiveness important from your point of view as a pastor?
It frees me. It liberates me. It restores equilibrium. The greatest prisons are not made of concrete and steel. They're the prisons of our mind.
What advice would you give people who are having trouble forgiving?
You begin by putting it in perspective. All right? I didn't do anything wrong to deserve this. Right? I'm not the victim here. I'm going to surrender my need for retaliation.
Dallas Judge Tammy Kemp also getting attention for giving Geiger a Bible, directing her to the Bible verse John 3:16. For
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And what the judge was saying by offering that passage is, even this is forgivable by God.
Pastor Bernard recently took part in a documentary about the execution-style killing of 9 members of the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina. White supremacist Dylan Roof shot and killed 9 church members, including the pastor, during Bible study. When relatives of the victims got the chance to speak, instead of blaming Roof, they chose to forgive him. The swiftness of their mercy even took Pastor Bernard by surprise.
Usually it takes time for people to get to that place where they've processed what has taken place to a degree that allows them to release themselves from it. But this was spontaneous.
He believes forgiving begins a process of healing.
How do you know when you really truly have forgiven someone?
You surrender the need for retaliation. That's one of the most important emotional indicators that you've let go. There's no need for revenge. I don't need to get back at that person. I've let them go. Forgiveness does not eliminate the truth, the reality of what happened.
Pastor Bernard also shares what he learned during his journey to forgiving himself after his beloved son Alfonso died.
Most importantly, it's not my fault. Most importantly, I can cherish the time that we had him.
And if you doubt the value of forgiveness, Pastor Bernard tells me that holding a grudge can come at a cost. Essentially, you suffer if you can't forgive someone who's hurt you. Sharon Crowley, Fox 5 News.